Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering Ep152 is an adware server linked to browser hijackers, potentially unwanted programs, and adware. Frequency progress is a browser hijacker that affects Mac computers, and Goobspatch is an error message on Mac computers that may indicate the presence of potentially unwanted programs. Are you finding your web browser being redirected to Ep152? If so, you may have a potentially unwanted program or browser hijacker on your computer. This type of unwanted software can cause issues, such as displaying unwanted advertisements and redirecting you to unfamiliar websites. But what exactly is Ep152? How does it work, and how do you remove it from your computer? Ep152 is an adware server linked to various security threats such as browser hijackers, potentially unwanted programs, and adware. The programs associated with Ep152 are generally installed without your explicit consent, as they often come bundled with other free software downloads. Users may agree to install such programs without realizing it when they install several apps from the bundle at the same time. Once installed, it will change your browser's homepage and search engine settings. It may also install additional toolbars and plugins in order to generate revenue for the developers. Ep152 will display ads and sponsored links on the websites you visit, regardless of whether or not they're related to the content on the page. These ads may be intrusive and difficult to close. In addition, Ep152 may collect information about your browsing habits in order to deliver targeted advertisements or sell your data to third-party advertisers. In order to remove Ep152 from your browser, you can follow these steps. Uninstall any suspicious or unfamiliar programs that could be related to Ep152. You can do this by opening the Programs and Features list in Windows or on Applications folder in Mac OS. Reset your web browser settings to their default values, as this will ensure that all of the undesirable components associated with Ep152 are removed. Run a full system scan with a reputable malware remediation program to detect any remaining Ep152 components, as well as any other potential threats. Are you constantly being bombarded with annoying pop-ups and ads when using your Mac? It could be that your browser has been affected by the frequency progress browser hijacker. This undesirable software can take over your web browser and change its settings, redirect your searches to unknown websites. But what exactly is the frequency progress browser hijacker? How does it work, and how do you remove it from your system? The frequency progress browser hijacker is annoying software that affects Mac computers and can alter your web browser settings. Browser hijackers, potentially unwanted programs, and other annoying programs like frequency progress are generally installed bundled with other free software downloads. It is often that users end up installing unfamiliar bundled apps, thus agreeing to their EULA without realizing they've actually given their consent. Frequency progress redirects your searches to unknown websites and displays annoying pop-up ads. This program can also collect data from your browser, like your web searches and visited pages, in order to customize ads that are associated with PPC and PPV advertising models. What this means is that the more times you click or view an ad, the more revenue is generated for its developers. Fortunately, You can remove the frequency progress browser hijacker from your Mac by following a few simple steps. Open the Applications folder and look for the frequency progress program. Delete this application and any associated files that are stored in the library folder of your Mac computer. Reset your web browser to its default settings to undo any changes made by the browser hijacker. Run a full system scan of your Mac using a reputable malware remediation software. This can help identify and remove any remaining frequency progress elements, as well as any other additional threats that may still be on your computer. Goobspatch is an error message on Mac computers that may or may not be indicative of a larger problem like the presence of a potentially unwanted program or even malware. Apple's Mac operating system includes safeguards to protect users from malicious software, so you may have seen an error message related to Goobspatch. In many instances, Apple will not be able to scan the item and confirm that it's safe. What are potentially unwanted programs? Potentially unwanted programs, or PUPs, are software applications that you may have unknowingly installed on your computer. These programs can be intrusive and can even engage in data collection that includes a user's browsing habits, search history, and personally non-identifiable information. PUPs may also inject advertisements into web pages, search results, or other areas of the user's screen to generate revenue for the program's creators. PUPs may additionally hijack your browser, starting an annoying chain of redirects. Common types of PUPs include adware, spyware, toolbars, and browser hijackers. Can Goobspatch be a red flag of unwanted software issues? Yes, various intrusive, potentially unwanted programs or PUPs can use the names of seemingly legitimate files and components like Goobspatch. Such files can be downloaded from questionable websites or through software bundles, and can cause issues to your computer if not removed. How can I safeguard my computer from PUPs? The best way to safeguard your computer from potentially unwanted programs is to use reputable malware remediation software. It is also important to keep your operating system up to date and avoid downloading files or programs from untrustworthy sources. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like Spy Hunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. Spy Hunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. Spy Hunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the Spy Hunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. Spy Hunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download Spy Hunter today. Thanks for watching.